How America became a superpower. The modern United States stands as the most powerful country in human history. With over 800 military bases and accounting for 37% of global military spending, it leads a vast, interconnected global system that has ushered in an era of prosperity and relative peace. But how did America reach this point? To understand its position in the world, we have to go back to a time when the United States was not a superpower at all. The early years. Expansion at home. During its first 70 years, the US focused inward, expanding across North America to reach the Pacific Ocean. This wave of expansion came at a tragic cost: the displacement and slaughter of countless indigenous peoples. Yet even as the US grew, Americans were divided. After the Civil War, some leaders, like Secretary of State William Seward, envisioned America as a global power. He successfully purchased Alaska from Russia, but Congress blocked his attempts to acquire Greenland, Iceland, and territories in the Caribbean. Many Americans feared imperialism and foreign entanglements. Others held racist beliefs that discouraged integrating non-white populations. This anti-imperialist sentiment would hold America back for a while. Industrial growth and the First Empire. By the late 1800s, the Industrial Revolution had transformed the US economy. A stronger central government emerged, giving expansionist presidents like William McKinley more power to project influence abroad. The turning point came in 1898, when McKinley led the US into war with Spain over Cuba. The United States swiftly defeated the crumbling Spanish Empire, seizing Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines. Within a few years, America annexed Hawaii, Wake Island, and American Samoa, and later took control of the Panama Canal Zone and other territories. By the early 1900s, the US had become a global power for the first time. World War I. America steps onto the world stage. World War I proved how far America's influence had grown. US intervention was decisive in ending the war, and President Woodrow Wilson emerged as a major architect of the post-war order. Wilson proposed the League of Nations, the world's first attempt at a permanent organization for global peace and cooperation. But Congress, driven by isolationist fears, refused to join. America retreated inward again, focusing on domestic issues during the Great Depression while Europe edged toward another war. World War II, the rise of a superpower. That all changed after Pearl Harbor in 1941. World War II transformed America forever. By 1945, the US was the only major nation left economically intact, and the only one with the atomic bomb. America now had the power to shape the post-war world, and it did. It helped found the United Nations, an institution meant to prevent wars of conquest and provide a platform for peaceful diplomacy. It also spearheaded the Bretton Woods Conference, creating the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, the backbone of today's global economy. These moves locked the United States into global leadership, for better or worse. The Cold War, the battle for global influence. But there was another rising power, the Soviet Union. The alliance between East and West during World War II quickly shattered, giving rise to the Cold War, a global contest between democracy and communism. In 1949, the US and its allies formed NATO, a military alliance to deter Soviet aggression. To contain communism, the US built military, political, and economic ties around the world. It backed allies like Saudi Arabia, Israel, and South Korea, and often intervened in other nations, sometimes supporting dictators or arming rebel groups such as in Iran, Afghanistan, and Nicaragua. By the 1980s, America's web of alliances and conflicts reached every corner of the planet. After the Cold War, the sole superpower. When the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, the US emerged as the world's only superpower. Presidents George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton decided to maintain the global system, not dismantle it. NATO expanded instead of disbanding. American influence persisted across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. The institutions and alliances built to win the Cold War became permanent fixtures of global order, and America remained at the center of it all. The modern era. Continuity and challenge. Since then, no US leader has seriously proposed pulling back from this global role, except perhaps Donald Trump, who questioned the value of alliances and free trade, arguing that America's partners weren't paying their share. His rhetoric revived an old question that's haunted the nation since its founding. Should America lead the world or focus on itself? Today, the United States remains the linchpin of the modern world, militarily, economically, and culturally. Its rise to superpower status reshaped human history, and its choices will continue to define the future of global order. If you enjoyed uncovering how America rose to global dominance, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Red, White, and Facts, and hit the bell icon, so you never miss a story that uncovers the truth behind history's biggest moments.